This is an example of circuit with transformers. We want to find dissipated power, active power, and sinusoidal steady state. So question is, find the phasor currents I1, I2, and I3 in this circuit, and also find the dissipated power in the 90 ohm load. Okay, so in this scenario there are two ideal transformers in the circuit. One is a 1 to 2 transformer and the other one is 1 to 3 transformer. So the quickest way to solve this problem is using the concept of reflecting impedance, and via that concept we are just transferring impedance from the right side of the transformer to the left side so that we can effectively move all the equivalent impedance toward the voltage source. So we have a 90 ohm load, and that's it. That's the only thing on the right hand side of this 1 to 3 transformer. So we know that if we want to find the corresponding equivalent impedance, so let's say Z equivalent 1 seen from the left hand side of the 1 to 3 transformer, it would be as simple as just taking the 90 ohm resistor, the load, and then divided by, since we have 1 to 3 turn transformer, we just divide it by 3 to the 2, that's the ratio, and we get 10 ohm. That's the amount of the equivalent impedance seen from the left hand side of this transformer. Now this 10 ohm will be in series with the 10 ohm here, so will be equivalently 20 ohm resistor, and that 20 ohm resistor is in parallel with this 20 ohm, so equivalently from perspective of here, it's 20 ohm seen in parallel with 10 plus 10, so we get effectively 10 ohm again seen from this point. That is the equivalent total impedance seen or exists equivalently at the right hand side of this 1 to 2 transformer. Same idea, reflecting that, so transferring that impedance to left hand side of this transformer, we will have, let's say, equivalent impedance 2. We found just 10 ohm is the total thing on the right hand side, so it's 10 ohm since it's a 1 to 2, so the ratio is just 2 turn. It will be 10 divided by 2 to the 2, so this is 2.5 ohm, the equivalent impedance seen from the left hand side of the 1 to 2 transformer. Now that 2.5 ohm will be in series with 7.5, so it's total of 10 ohms seen from the perspective of the voltage source. So effectively the equivalent circuit for this given circuit is the 120 phase 0 phasor volt. So effectively we know that this means the applied voltage is 120 cosine omega t plus phase 0 volt. And so there is current I1 phasor, and then we have 7.5 ohm, and then we have the equivalent Z equivalent 2, which is 2.5 ohm. Okay, so now things are straightforward because I1 phasor is just V, applied input voltage phasor, divided by total impedance, which is just 10 ohm. So no wonder 120 divided by 10 is just 20 phase 0 amp, 12 phase 0 amp. So that is the I1, which means the current is in the form of 12 cosine omega t plus phase 0 amp. Okay, so from here it's straightforward because this current flows at the left hand side of this transformer. Because it's a ratio 1 to 2, current drops by a factor of 2 when we go from left hand side to right hand side. So obviously I2 phasor is going to be I1 divided by 2, so we get 6 phase 0 amp for I2, and then this I2 So we get to this point, and now here we have a 20 ohm, but at the same time we notice that Z equivalent 1 is 10 ohm plus 10 ohm here. So we know that there is 20 ohm in parallel with 20. So whatever current flows, it's going to be I2 divided by 2 and I2 divided by 2. So this I2 divided by 2 is the one that flows through the left hand side, through the left of this 1 to 3 transformer. So same idea. Because of this 1 to 3 ratio, I3 is simply the current that is flown through the left turns divided by 3 to get to the right side of the transformer. So it will be I2 divided by 2 divided by the ratio of the transformer, which is 3. So it's I2 divided by 6. So we get 1 phase 0 amp, which means the current for I3, okay, is in the form of just 1 times cosine omega t plus phase 0 amp. That's the meaning of the phasor. So we found the currents. Now the power dissipated in 90 ohm, it's not difficult. We know the average power, so P average, it's active power across the 90 ohm load, is just as simple as half of the load times magnitude or amplitude of the current that is flowing through it, okay, which is as simple as 90 ohm, and we found the current, which is 1 amp amplitude, so we get 45 watts. That's it. So we found the dissipated power. Generally speaking, we know that the average dissipated power or active power across a load is coming from 1/2 real part of the phasor voltage across the load times the current conjugate phasor that is going through the load. So effectively we are saying that it is 1/2 real part of V can be written as Z of the load, and then I phasor, and then I conjugate that is going through the phasor that is going through the load. This is 1/2 real part of ZL, and then I times I conjugate is just the magnitude of, or the amplitude square of the current, and then this is obviously real part of the load times just the amplitude of the current squared. And this is, in this case, since load is just purely resistive, it's going to be just the load itself. This is referred to as active power, which is the power that is completely dissipated in this 90 ohm load. Hope this is helpful.